Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be teaching you how to make an ERAS tour poster inspired graphic using your own photography. For this poster, I have used my Red Sox photography, but you are welcome to create it around any theme that you choose. This tutorial is flexible for all type of photos and is used on the program Canva. To begin making your graphic, you want to select the poster setting for Canva, which will give you a vertical blank sheet of paper. You then want to insert an ERAS tour poster created by Taylor Swift as your guide. You will go into the upload section and click Shapes. It is here that you'll find a big square, and that is what you will use to create all the different squares in your project today. Your first step in creating your poster design is to lay a black background in the size of the poster. You will then put other squares on top of it, and the black will serve as an outline to surround each square. Creating the sizing of the different squares for the ERAS will take a little bit of time, and it will need to be lined up exactly the same on both sides. Canva is helpful with this feature as it will show the lines as to where the top and bottom of each square are and where the center of the design will be. This will take a little bit of messing around and playing around with it, and eventually you'll be able to create your design. The first step is to set up the surrounding ERAS in the smaller squares, then do a text box at the bottom, and then the middle large ERA. Once you properly lay down your squares, I will then show you how to change the color for each ERA so that it matches the Taylor Swift poster. This is what your design should look like. Once you tap on your shape's color, you are going to be able to either change the color using the slider or inserting the hex color code. On the next slide attached are the hex color codes that you can screenshot and save for later when you begin this project. You will now begin inserting your photos. Once the photo is inserted, the first step is to properly crop the photo in a 1:1 ratio using the Canva platform. We'll then go into Edit Image and select Filters and go with Slate, which is a black and white crisp toned photo. Next to the Effects tabs lies the Adjust tab. It is here that you will adjust your sharpness and clarity for each photo. The sharpness will be anywhere from 50 to 60, and the clarity will be anywhere from 40 to 50. It ranges for each type of photo and how sharp the original image is. What you need to do is you need to make sure that all borders of the person or object that you're replacing stand out, which you will see in the next slides. You will now begin formatting your photo as part of your ERAS tour graphic. You will place your photo on top of the color block that it has been assigned to, making sure that it lines up with all the edges and is not going over it, as your color block acts as your guide. You will now layer your image behind the color block that already exists and take the transparency down. This way you are getting your colored filter over your photo to make it look like it fits as a part of the ERAS tour poster. This is the most crucial step in why you needed to adjust the sharpness and intensity. You will then duplicate this process for the next ERAS in your poster. You will begin by cropping your photo in a 1:1 ratio, changing the filter to slate, adjusting the sharpness and clarity, fitting it over the appropriate color block, laying it under the color block, and then adjusting the transparency of the color to fit your ERA. My computer began glitching for this step, but truly the only difference is the way you crop the photo. This will take a little bit of trial and error depending on the size and what you want your photo to show in the middle, but for me, I just wanted the main body of the picture to be in the center. So that took a little bit of trial and error, but that is the only different step so far in terms of cropping your photo. It is easiest to properly color the middle image because all you need to do is change the filter to slate and then adjust the sharpness and clarity. It is easiest to color because the middle image is supposed to be black and white, and because you've been starting with a black and white base for every photo thus far, it just continues down the middle, but instead of having to color grade it with the other transparency of a color block, this simply just lets you allow it to be black and white. Your final step in creating your graphic is to insert the text at the bottom box that you created at the beginning of the video. You'll be doing this by selecting text from the left-hand toolbar and either adding a heading or a subheading. It doesn't really matter because you'll be changing the size of the font later in this video. I went with the font titled The Seasons because it looked most similar to the ERAS Tour font, but you can do whatever you like. Your final step is to edit the text to what you want it to say and make sure that it fits in the bottom box. It'll take a little bit of playing around with because it's never perfect on the first shot, but just need to make sure that it lines up and will be easily formatted. I like to begin with my big text on the front that says the Boston Red Sox, and then under it will say the 2024 season. This will be equivalent to Taylor Swift and the ERAS Tour. I then fit my poster to make sure that it surrounds the text properly, and there we go. That's the end of how to make the poster. Here is what my final product looks like. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful and maybe will create your own posters in the future. It was a really simple process and Canva made it very easy to create this poster. Once I figured out the process on how to make this poster, it was really easy. So I hope that this video helps you guys speed up your process and can help you make these posters easier too. Just a reminder that if you want to see more of my work, please follow CKL Photography on Instagram. It is here that I post most of my content and you'll be able to see all of what I do. Thank you guys for watching and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and the photography that was in it.